Hey guys, welcome back again for another video on Crimson Desert, where it's just me yapping all about the things I did in the game, and I'll be talking about only up to chapter 3. So, spoiler alert! If you have not played the game or haven't made it to chapter 3 yet, there will be some spoilers, but if you're fine with it, here we go. Chapter 3, Howling Hill. Did a lot of exploration around Hernand first before starting the main quest of this chapter, like scouting for some ore veins, hunting, or just looking for any point of interest in the map, like meeting Sylvia here, the novice witch in a cave that was suggested by the White Crow in her letters. She doesn't sell anything but could extract, embed, or create sockets for abyss gears in the weapons and armors. Abyss gears are those gems like items that contains power that increases certain stat like attack, defense, or critical rate. Some rare ones also give unique abilities to the weapon or armor. These things can be found embedded in items dropped by abyss creatures or looted from chests. Also found an alchemy recipe here in the cave. It's a recipe for Palmar's pill and it's very useful. It's like Phoenix Downs in Final Fantasy or Resurrection Stones in other games. As we go around Hernand, we found Marius, a member of the Greymanes. The Black Bears did a number on him and busted his legs. He said he got ragdolled over a cliff but survived as we can see. He also mentioned about other surviving Greymanes named Andrew and Naira. They are away on a certain mission. Kliff then asked him if he knows anything about Marquis Circus. The Marquis is well known and a good noble, and the people of Hernand looks up to him according to Marius. Kliff then told Marius he is going to the Marquis to talk about his help on regrouping the Greymanes. We then arrived to the manor and Marquis Circus is waiting inside. When going in, you will notice some people who look like beggars. The game seems to imply that the Marquis is a good man. He was very thankful to us for defeating Horn Splitter and bringing the gold leaves in track again. He then offered a place for the Greymanes to rebuild and regroup their allies. It is a place called Howling Hill, which the third chapter will be all about. We then used the Visione to see the memory fragment of the Marquis talking to his attendant. It seems his intent really is genuinely good for the Greymanes, since it will also bring peace and order if a bunch of heroic people gather together in Hernand. Found another memory fragment upstairs while trying to borrow items. This vision with Barden and Marquis Circus talking about a certain Greymane doing good deeds to people of Hernand, and that Barden is impressed about it. They then thought that the Greymane could be a huge help against the impending trouble brought about by Demenes. Demenes could be an opposing kingdom. Then went outside and followed a soldier who will escort me to Howling Hill. He was very grateful and ashamed at the same time for lacking the ability or manpower to handle the gold leaves themselves. We arrived at Howling Hill and met with Marshal Barden Midler. He then glazed on the Marquis' benevolence. He said that they will provide for everything, no exception. What a loyal servant he is. He then introduced the lady back then. She is Damien of noble descent from the land of Demenes, who is in hiding due to some unknown reason for now. The marshal asked for Damien to stay in the camp for it is a much hidden and safer location for her. She will be a great ally at this point and another playable character in the game, in which I don't have a reason to try yet personally because we're still busy trying to learn about Kliff's skills and all that. There are 4 tasks to do in rebuilding the camp. First thing I did was destroy the rocks using the pickaxe and pushing the cart inside the tent after. Next was driving in the stakes using a mallet to strengthen the camp's foundation. Then moved the sacks to the storage area that is yet to be a building. Finally, picked up the Greymane banner to the entrance just outside of the camp and placed it in the banner stand. Some of the camp's facilities are finally in place. It is up to us now to find more of the Greymanes and gather resources to expand the camp. We then cook some clear soup for the hardworking people who helped build the camp and to celebrate for a job well done. The private storage also moved from the mercenary camp to Howling Hill now. On that note, the current patch also expanded the storage capacity up to 1,000 slots at full camp upgrade during the making of this video. And it is now time to get Marius and bring him to the Greymane's new home. Depends on how you take it, But it's kind of interesting how some bird or random NPC just gives you tutorial letters on some game mechanics we already know. Kind of stupid, but still impressive. Interesting detail on this beggar camp that the Greymane Marius is staying in is that the beggars do beg you for money desperately. As you can see, they get down on their knees and grab your legs pleading for money. Now, we take Marius through a long horseback ride back to Howling Hill. I could just take the shortest route to get there much faster. Oh wait, I think Marius wouldn't mind if I tried to mine this ore vein first. We made it to the camp and Marius could not believe it that the Marquis helped and offered Howling Hill for the Greymanes to gather. Of course, this is still a political move on his part, but one can still tell that the Marquis is a good man and only wants what is best for his people and Hernand. And then Ross came on his own after he heard about the camp. He knew about it from rumors that their leader, Kliff, is back. Also, Carl came too for the same reason. Marius's leg that got busted by the black bears was always the first thing they reacted to when they reunited. They didn't talk about the others' whereabouts and that Naira and Andrew are guarding the count. There's also news about a Greymane being held in Halsh's church. It's a shady place that houses most of the lunatics in Hernand. So, Halshus will be the next destination then. Went on a long trek to Halshus while looking out for any interesting things on the map like ore veins, gathering spots, hunting spots, abyss nexus, artifacts, and puzzles to solve. And also killing some bandits, liberating camps, and helping the people in need along the way. No rest for the wicked. You know, just being a good Samaritan and a role model of Hernand. Anyway, about this puzzle that we found on the way to Halshus, you could just step on it so that the mechanisms will start to rotate and the puzzle will start. Get rid of the pillar first to avoid obstacle when doing the puzzle. The first beam of light hits a mirror or plate looking thing. I really don't know what that is. First thing we do is stab the device with a sword and move it to the left until we get it inside the intended space at the bottom part of this compass looking thing. Stop and pull the sword out and wait for it to activate and shine. It will begin to rotate again and shoot out 3 beams of light on 3 different statues. One is a musical lyre, the other is a balance scale, and the third one is some kind of a water jug. We then move it to the right until we get to the 3 objects which is closer to the first one. The scale at the bottom, water jug on the left, and lyre on the right. Pull out the sword again to see them glow. And the device rotates again for the last time, shooting out 6 beams of light. It hit the plate-looking thing, musical lyre, 2 horse statues, a scale, and a water jug. Move it to the right again until we get it in place, where the horse is at the bottom part. In the middle part, left is the circle thing, and right is the other horse. At the top part, from the left to right respectively is the jug, scale, and lyre. Let go of the device and see them glow. With that, the puzzle is now solved, and we can get the artifact now as well as unlock a fast travel point. Near the Halshus area, we found this bloodstone ore vein. Just above it is a memory fragment about a Greymane named Galton asking for directions. He asked the guards if the place they are in is Hernand. The guards were suspicious of them, but he remained very honest. Told them that his companion is wounded and that they are fleeing from Feilun. He clings for hope that the scattered Greymanes will gather again at some point. Below, just southeast of the Bloodstone ore vein, is another mining area for Azurite's ore. Finally made it near Halsh's church and talked to some villagers nearby to get some information on how to get inside. According to them, there are 2 ways to get in. One is buying smuggled Halshus robes from a shady guy near the church for 10 silvers. Second would be going back to Hernand and buy the entry pass from the church for the same price. The third one is something I realized after. You can probably just assassinate one of them just left side of the area. Walls are not that high and there's usually some guards standing by near the cooking pot. Haven't tried it myself though. I did the first one cause we got enough silver to buy it anyway. Wore that disguise and went inside. It's very important to keep wearing all 4 Saint Halshus priest attire while infiltrating to avoid detection from the guards inside. Borrowed a lot of stuff while we're here. I mean, we gotta find a way to get back the 10 silvers we lost. I'm also doing this to save the world, huh? I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Okay, shit. They did mind. Made it to the floor where the Greymane in question is being helped and saw a guard forcing a patient to undergo something they call cleansing. Kicked him hard and he dropped. Jan the Greymane being subdued by the two guards, and he is kicking one down while the other tried to stop him. And then the other patient said to help him, so we went inside and got jumped by Jan. He didn't realize it was a familiar face. After all that, Jan then told us to follow him to see what really is going on in Halshe's church. Fought some of the guards while fleeing. We arrived at the overseer's place and Jan went in to confront him. He brought him outside while carrying a helmet that looks like the Visione. He put it on the overseer's head and the helmet started cleansing his mind of evil thoughts. More like brainwashing, really. I borrowed a lot of stuff that my inventory is now full. We then went outside and took this carriage to escape from the place. Rode all the way to the Naz River fishing dock. Told him about Howling Hill and said he'll be there with excitement. Oh yeah, the fishing shop here also sells a storage bag. Nice. Went back to camp and talked to Marius, in which I can't seem to trigger the scene. Just trying to look for the right spot. There. He's worried about Naira and Andrew taking so long to finish their escort job. So we will look into it and see if they are doing fine. Dwayne then arrives with a black bear in tow and made himself at home. Word of the camp is spreading and some of these scattered Greymanes arrived on their own. Got a bounty on my head, so we went to the church to get absolved. It was for sale depending on how much your bounty was. Also check if I could borrow something from the donation box. I then welcomed myself into this noble's manor, borrowed some stuff here and there, and stumbled upon this puzzle strongbox. The way to open the lock is to just find a way to line up all the 5 pillars on the image. You can roll the device below them, down to loosen the pillar or up to tighten the pillar. You can constantly check if they are lining up by pressing the knob on the upper right corner of the strongbox. It might take a while to get a feel for it, but they will eventually line up as you do it over and over. Downward direction to loosen up and upward direction to tighten, then push the button to check. When it clicks, you can now open the strongbox. Inside is the Saint's necklace. The necklace lets you recover stamina really fast, but with a long cooldown. While exploring around for a while, I found this bear south of the camp near the side of the mountain. Tried to shoot it, but it was obviously ineffective. So just use a two-handed sword instead to attack it because it was directly going after me. This thing was tough compared to my current abilities and equipment. Still defeated the bear and rode it like the ones shown in the trailer of the game. I guess if you dismount on the bear, it will become hostile again and attack you. The health that was lost on the bear when we attacked it does not recover, so if you attack it again, you could just kill it fast. We had no choice but to kill it and skin it for materials. While exploring again, helped a villager trying to deliver honey from the bandits. Untied him and he asked that we bring him safely to the farm. He then told us to go to the Polygart apiary to get our reward. Did what he said and went there and talked to the beekeeper about helping the delivery man. He then gave us 10 jars of honey. Sweet. Literally. We then tried to find a high ground on the area and scouted the place for any point of interest and found another one of those sealed artifacts. Found this puzzle area too, a simple puzzle where you just turn the device at the back of the statues until the 4 of them all face the pedestal at the middle. This one turns together with the one beside it on the right. On the left side of the first one turns together with the one left of it but in opposite directions. This third one on the left side of the second one turns together with the first one opposite of it. Went back to the second one and also turned it a little. Back to the third one again and also turned it a little bit. Back to the second one again and turned it until it faced the pedestal. You'll hear a rumbling sound when it faces the pedestal. Turn the first one until it faces the pedestal. Observe a bit and turn it back a little to the left. Turn the third one a little more to the left. Back to the first one again and turned it until it faced the pedestal. With that, the puzzle is solved. And the artifact is now unlocked. Plus, this place is now a fast travel point. Arrived at the manor and scouted the place. All the servants and soldiers outside are dead. get ambushed too while checking their corpses. Fucking killed all of them, but it seems their bodies turns into dust instantly. All that is left behind is the items they dropped. Can't really complain about some good loot here. There were a lot of blood splatters and dead bodies inside too. It looks like a massacre occurred here. I also borrowed some things inside. There was no one around to ask, so I helped myself out. There is also a puzzle here that involves the ruby set golden dagger. We'll just have to find a way to activate this device. This here has a wheel inside we could turn to make the reflection go point towards the device and make it light up. It will then open this hidden compartment and reveal the second dagger. Wait, let me just borrow this jewelry box first. We then go to the Count's room and found this fireplace where you could insert the 2 daggers in and open a secret passage behind the bookshelves. Went down the secret room and found this blueprint about a cloud cart. It looks like a plan on how to make a hot air balloon or something. Went back up because I could not open the locked door. It needs a special key that might be located in the Count's room above. Found this volume 1 crafting book for 2-handed weapons. Kept on looking for the key to open the door in the basement. Well, don't mind the dying servant for now. Can't seem to find the key in this room, so just went on and watched a memory fragment about the Count and his wife being angry on their son and scolding him for what he did. He got out of his room and caused a scene. What kind of scene? I don't know. The son seems to be not on the right mind. He might have killed someone for all I know. I still can't find the key, so we talked to the servant to progress the quest. He talked about some devil of the reed field that he has returned. He then told us the direction where Naira and Andrew went. Well, you can always just track them using the lamp. Went back down and finally found a key below the stairs at the back of this painting. There is a secret storage here and the key is just lying on the table together with a sack of money. Went back down to the basement and we can finally open the locked door. There are some elixirs here lying around, so I borrowed them, naturally. There's this alchemy recipe for Miliarus Lesser Elixir here too. This place could be the Count's secret alchemy lab or the son's room. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below if you know about the lure behind this place. Talk about lure, there's this journal of the Count which I haven't really read much. This might shed some light as to what was going on here and about that devil of the reed field. Anyway, went through the window and followed the trail. Arrive at this farmhouse near the manor only to find more dead servants. It was definitely obvious that there will be an ambush here, and would you look at that, they dropped a cooking recipe for battered grains. Follow the trail again to another farmhouse and the usual ambush. Fuck it, there really is a lot of them that goes after you at once, and I like it that way. Follow the trail some more and finally caught up with Naira and Andrew. The Count seems to be panicking so much that he asked Naira and Andrew to kill the one that was following them. This was outside their contract when the Count hired them. They were just here to guard his life. The guard outside then got attacked and Andrew went closer by the door and suddenly got stabbed. The enemy then magically teleported in, pointed a sword on the Count's throat and threatened them. This enemy is the Count's son from the memory fragment. Something mysterious happened to him and now he is the devil of the reed field. Without hesitation, he then ended the Count's life and fought Naira. She got kicked hard to the face again and rolled outside. Kliff then appears to save Naira and the enemy fled for now. We then went back inside to check on Andrew and see if he is still breathing. He's fine. What's more important is this dark red dye here. Nice. Useful for dyeing dark, edgy colored armors, shields, or weapons later. Follow the enemy outside but activated an Abyss Nexus first. Very important fast travel points. And through the Abyss Nexus, went back to Hernan to use the grindstone and upgrade some gears, and to camp to store some items. After that, we teleported back and proceed to follow the enemy's trail again. Going up this mountain is perilous with all those enemies waiting to greet us. To deal with them quickly is to destroy the spinning scarecrow thing. Or you could just run straight to the boss's area. That works too. I don't want to use my horse here because it might die. It is also beneficial to fight all of them because they drop food and artifacts when you defeat them. And also the battered grains recipe if you haven't found it yet. I should have known there could be an artifact tier 2 lying around beside the road. Did not really remember to use blinding flash here. And now I remember to use it. If it wasn't for the boss fight, I wanted to go where the light is. After the long arduous fight on the reed puppets, and despite the commotion going on, found his azurite ore vein beside the mountain here at the top. Since there is a fog on the minimap, that means there is an abyss nexus nearby. There really is one just on the opposite side of the mountain. We stepped onto it to activate the fast travel, then went near this altar here to get this straw doll. It emitted some kind of dark energy that flew away into the horizon. Confusing, really. We then waited until daybreak to face the enemy boss. This guy is quite fast and agile. He talks about his father desperately looking for heir and slept with different women across the county, and he was the only baby he got from it. He unfortunately got hit by the plague at a young age and his father rejected him. I mean, he could have been deformed by the sickness, hence the mask that he wears. We get that his father is an a-hole and his mother is one too. They neglected him as a child. I wonder if this was a warranted crash out. He killed all those innocent people though. Or were they innocent? I just can't tell. They're dead now. The devil of the reed field fight got nerfed though, according to the latest patch. I don't know why people would complain about hard bosses in this open world game. Probably haven't played that many open world games, Souls games, or tried out other game modes in their life other than story mode. The fucking guy is too easy now. Stupid journalists pretending to be gamers. Anyway, you just destroy 4 of these scarecrows around the battlefield. The enemy will keep on harassing, so eating food to heal is enough to ignore him and just focus on destroying the structures. At this point, I didn't even need that much healing. One more scarecrow left, and there. He then did a swift stab, which can be observed by Kliff and learn it for free. Nice. Tried it to him right there and then. It seems to work, and the final phase of the fight starts. He spams this cool sword slashes. I wonder if we could learn this sword skill in the game. Wow, now. Got him. There's a really good fight choreography here that I find enjoyable to watch. Now the fight is over and all we get is a pair of gloves. Wow. I don't know about those cryptic words he just said about mask and living on every hate-filled heart, though. We might face this enemy again in the future. Went to the direction of the village at the south. It is called Sunset Valley. Explore the area and use blinding flash to scout for any point of interest again. Found 2 artifacts by the side of the road and the other is a little further inside the forest. In the forest, an isolated patient claiming to be from Sunset Valley told us she was gathering some herbs and suddenly got attacked by a beast and ran away. She said she left her things and she requested us to escort her to get them back. Followed her further into the forest by the pond and got ambushed. Well, if it isn't very obvious. Slammed a tree trunk on them. Not the direction I intended, but that still made an impact. Went to the cliff near the village. Climbed, and climbed up to the very top of the mountain and found an artifact and activated a fast travel point. Real nice. Even with my settings only set on high, this still looks very beautiful. We then finally entered the village to find the person of interest, one of the wanted criminals on the posters we've been collecting. Before going to turn him in, borrowed some stuff a bit inside a mill. Carried him around the village for a little while until we found this room with a lot of masks. Found a mask identical to the one he wore. Also found his journal about the myth of the reeds and devils. Well, as the title said, it's about the devil of the reed field and how it came to be. I guess those enemies that ambushed me last time are like revenants made of reeds, born from the grudges of the Forsaken or some shit. They are denied peace and will forever haunt the land with the reed fields. Talk about a villager just outside the house about who owned the house with those masks. He said no one owns it. He then said there was a man who made those masks full of resentment and sorrow. He added he must have needed a friend making all those masks and scarecrows inside. That man he mentioned probably was the son of the count who became the devil of the reed field. Went through the reed fields carrying the criminal when we got attacked by the wraiths haunting this area. They do come alive according to the legend and damn they're annoying and only drops hay. While carrying the criminal back to Hernand, I found another bloodstone, epidote, and solicite ore veins. Sweet. What a long ride just to turn this piece of shit in for the reward. With all the borrowing I did, I went to the church to get absolved. Went back to camp to see how Andrew was doing. Then Naira told us about Marius being troubled about something that concerns Payloon. We didn't talk to Marius about it, and he told us that he is gathering news from Payloon but lacks informants to cover more ground. He added that he'll just find a way regarding the matter. Then Yan arrives at the camp, and like the others, he gets surprised as to what happened to Marius's leg. After a while, we then talk to Marius again about tracking down the scattered Greymanes. He will be making a list of possible places they could have been. Some people have also been asking about Howling Hill, and it might be their comrades. We went and investigated the places he listed, went to Coalvale Workshop, and reunited with Luke and Ronald. There was also this big fog with question mark on the map near the camp. Went and investigated the place and watched a memory fragment about some people talking about weapon or treasure inside this hidden place. Tried several ways to get inside, like burning the vines, drilling my way in, scanned it several times with the lamp, and even used force bomb on it. Then I just accidentally did the tried and tested way of just pushing the door open. It worked. I don't know what this means. X marks the treasure spot, perhaps? There is a sealed door here with a dragon head above it. I guess we have to solve the puzzle to get through the door. Tried turning the left side first until the sun and moon looking image is upright. Then went to the middle part and turned it 3 times. I can't describe what this is, but that is how it is. Went to the one on the right, turned it 4 times but reversed the other one a bit. And it just went and opened the sealed door, revealing an artifact and a new fast travel point. Lucky break, I guess. So yeah, this is how the one on the right looks like. The one on the left looks like this, and the middle one looks like some kind of a cell structure or something. Hope this was helpful. If this puzzle gave you trouble, probably not. Also, doing this puzzle made me forget about that cave around here that I found while trying to get inside this place. Maybe I should have checked on it first. Play duo minigame in Hernand and won an all-in session. It's all in the heart of the cards. I mean, sticks. Heart of the sticks. Well, that sucks. Finally got back to camp and met up with everyone to celebrate the reunion of the scattered Greymanes and to cheer on the fresh new start of the faction. Howling Hill is now home for the Greymanes. And with that marks the end of chapter 3 and also this video. Thank you for watching. So, what do you think about the game Crimson Desert? Do tell me in the comments below. And don't forget to click like and subscribe for more videos like this from yours truly. See ya!